There are still many players that don't know what faction is, or what class actually and which is best for them even after recent update. Well, today, I want to talk about them, who is in which faction and class, and for who they are. But what is class and faction? Hero belong in special class based on his weapon, medkit, hitbox size, speed, and amount of health or armor. Hero belongs in faction based on his ability, playstyle, health and armor ratio, and his mechanics. Currently in game we have 5 classes: Enforcer with shotgun, Scout with submachine gun, Trooper with assault rifle, Sniper with sniper rifle, and Gunner with heavy machine gun or simply tank. If we look at factions, we can notice only 4: PYRO faction, Renegades faction, Force and Arms faction, and Skytech Megacorp faction. Now, I may say something about every faction. Let's start with Renegades faction, currently my favorite. That's also reason why I main this faction. Heroes belonging to this faction are Stalker, Vi, Ghost, Alice, Arnie, Mirage, Dragoon, Quan. They're based around street culture as an organized gang against Skytech looking to expand their influence. They are often associated with music, drugs, and star power. Their abilities focus on speed, mobility, flanking, high armor penetration, attack speed, and they are often middle of the road when it comes to DPS, HP, and armor. Their primary colors are purple and pink. Also, when we take a look at most pros, we can notice they main this faction as well. So we look at Alice for example, I mention couple of them like Stress, Delic, Ollie, Hot Sauce, Vodka, but when I look at other factions like Pyro, there is not so much pros. If you like fast abilities, aggressive playstyle, this faction is for you. Next faction I want to talk about is Slytech Megacorp. Heroes belonging to this faction are Satoshi, Tess, Angel, Hurricane, Blot, Blizzard, Bastion, Leviathan. They are a massive monopolic corporation that employs mercenaries and guards that are equipped with high-tech defensive tools. They are often associated with science, armor, and research. They primarily focus on shields and defenses, along with negation abilities, traps, and high damage, but often shorter range than their counterparts. They often have the lower HP values, but high armor and DPS to make up for it. Their primary colors are blue and white. This faction is perfect for people that like area denial, preventative measures, defensive offense. The next faction I want to talk about is PYRO faction. Completely inverse of Slytech Megacorp faction. Heroes belonging to this faction are Doc, Freddy, Twinkle, Sparkle, Genji, Firefly, Smog, Ramsey. They're a group of fighters and recruits that are unified against the other factions. They are often associated with survival, fire, and psychos. Their abilities focus on tankiness, buffs on taking damage, high burst damage, explosives, knockback, and burn effects. They often lack a little in armor, but have big HP bars and middle-of-the-road DPS. Their primary colors are red and orange. This faction is perfect for people that like damage, defensive playstyle, counter-based gameplay. The last faction that Bullet Echo offers us is Force and Arms faction. Heroes belonging to this faction are Levi, Raven, Cyclops, Molly, Slayer, Lynx, Bertha. These are a secretive mercenary group that is tied in with the occult and have unknown motivations. They are associated with military, magic, and hierarchy. Their abilities focus on range, aiming, piercing, high in armor DPS, on kill debuffs, and they are often slightly less than the average in HP, DPS or armor. Their colors are green and yellow. This faction is best for people that like medium pacing, area control, distance management. Now, after I said everything about factions, let's go and talk about classes. When we enter the game for the first time, we meet Trooper class as our first to play. Heroes belonging there are Stalker, Levi, Doc, Satoshi, Vi, Tess. This class brings a jack-of-all-trades approach to the battlefield, but specializes in controlling the distance and defending their team. With solid DPS and decent armor piercing, They tend to be just as good at killing light foes as they are heavier ones, able to survive many kinds of onslaughts thanks to the damage reduction of team healing. While they cannot use their abilities at the same time as healing and sometimes struggle when exposed to super long sight lines or lots of aggressive utility, they can often hold their own in a team fight and provide support. They can defend from and challenge snipers as well as pierce tanks, but often are most vulnerable to the tight flanks of ambushers and scouts. This class is best for people that wants to prevent enemy abilities from playing a major role, handles a variety of engagements at many distances. Second class is Enforcer. Heroes belonging there are Arnie, Cyclops, Hurricane, Sparkle, Shenji Ali. This class focuses on high burst damage and controlling the flank routes. With high DPS but lack of armor efficiency and range, they tend to struggle against bigger armor pools or when closing longer distances. Their high burst damage allows some ambushers to instant kill certain FOs in close quarters, making them more powerful as the circle closes in and forces smaller fights. And they can always keep their team topped up with team recovery. They can often burst down scouts and troopers in the closer distances, but lack the lethality to destroy tanks in extended fights, and cannot close the distance against snipers well. This class is perfect for people that likes to complicate matchups and prevent opponents from holding specific angles, likes playing support roles and managing the flank. Third one will be Scout class. Heroes belonging there are Raven, Ghost, Freddy, Angel, Alice, Twinkle. This class focuses mostly on speed and quick engagements. While they all have high DPS, some of them tend to struggle with armor and large FOs due to the small caliber of the SMGs they use. With some of the fastest time to kill and access to the speed boosting stim, they are known as glass cannons due to their low health values and smaller magazine sizes. They often excel at flanking snipers and overwhelming troopers, but get bursted down by tanks and ambushers. This class is perfect for people that likes to initiate fights, causes mayhem, prefers speed over range, hit, and run. Fourth one, the Sniper class. Heroes belonging there are Firefly, Mirage, Blot, Slayer, Blizzard, Lynx. This class brings big burst damage at a long range at the cost of survivability. While some bring single-shot weapons, others can easily rattle off several rounds very quickly at scarily long distances, using the noise-canceling bandage for escaping. Their lack of offensive utility often makes it hard to push into encampments or enemies with high damage reduction, and they are prone to flanks or enemies who can threaten them even at a distance. They can easily manage fighting ambushers and tanks due to their high armor penetration, but are vulnerable to quick flanks from scouts, as well as the varied utility, range, and defense of troopers. This class is perfect for people that likes to simplify matchups, prefers range over speed, more prone to hold angles, and prevent crosses. The fifth and the last one will be Gunner class. Heroes belonging there are Bastion, Smog, Dragoon, Bertha, Ramsey, Quan. This class takes large and in charge to a whole new level, acting as the juggernauts that man the front lines. Their solid DPS, high AP and tons of health and armor make them excellent for pushing advantage, which is made easier thanks to the extra stats they gain from Battle Kit. While they are often held back by mediocre range, slow movement and high loudness, the tank is able to survive tons of punishment from lower calibers and deliver lethal damage in continuous streams that can pierce walls. They can easily trample scouts and punish blows from ambushers, but are often zoned out by longer ranges from troopers and snipers. This class is perfect for people that likes holding positions, creating unbreakable defenses, and cares less about positioning and more about pushing momentum. I hope that now you know much more about factions and classes and know what to choose. Like, subscribe, and have a nice day.